Hey there, folks. How's it going? It is 3:44 a.m. Wednesday, January 17th, 2018. Dun dun dun. 3:44. 4 mega fortitude, and 3 is about people coming together, gathering for a good reason. It's also about um, hope, things, positive things, hope, especially for large amounts of people. Um, but what I want to talk about real quick is, hopefully real quick, me, I'll say we're going to try to do a quick, short video, and it turns out to be an hour. And I've got a lot to say, but also it's hard for me sometimes putting all the thoughts together while I'm doing other stuff. When I'm relaxed and doing videos, my mind is calm, open. I'm not fighting, dealing with stuff on the other side, and then that's when everything wants to come up and say hi. Actually, it's not hi; it's stuff going on. One example of that is, anyway, what we're going to talk about is going there, back there in a second. Is about what you can do when the body dies and you're free. What can you do? What are you allowed to do? What do you do? But back to what I was jumping back to what I was saying a second ago. It was I think it was Monday, early this week. I was talking with Arae. She's Sapoian, and she was showing me there's a whole new upgrade that's happened due to this new alliance that they have on the type of quote-unquote internet that they have for space. The internet's a neat thing the way we have it here. They have the same thing out in, our family members, friends from other planets. They have the same thing, but they just had an upgrade. She told me about that, so Deanna can talk with the kids and stuff later. It's for everybody, but that's why she brought it up. She wanted me to tell Deanna about it. I forgot to tell her. Just told her this morning. You can tell by the time it is right now, early in the morning, and I got up before 2. I couldn't go back to sleep again. I'm up and down all night anyway, all night, morning, whatever. But we're almost 24/7. It's a pain in the butt, but that's all right. Anyway, I wanted to tell you about that, but I want to talk to you about what's going on, what happens with all of us when we are our regular selves, not in the body. What do? What happens? Well, daily play-by-play. Well, you get up, okay, you brush your teeth. No, you don't have a body. You never go to sleep. I think the larger area where people will be concerned about is visiting loved ones and stuff like that. Yesterday, I knocked a major issue off my bucket list. Okay, and then as it was happening, my head, the headache I got started getting worse and worse. I looked at it, and my brain's being torn down a little more. They're also trying to calm me down. My thought process is turning more to what I am out of body than what I am in body. Pain in the butt. But this morning, as I was waking up, I still had that headache. I'm like, man, really? I don't take pain pills unless I really have to. I don't believe in that. Came close, though. But anyway, this morning, as I was trying to go back to sleep, I was feeling something on the right side of my head touch me, and I looked at it. It was my adopted mother, her soul. It was her. She was telling me that, she's sorry she can see my head hurts. She's sorry that it hurts, and just please calm down, relax. You'll be home soon. The physical body that my mother was the physical body that was the physical mother that I had, adopted mother for this life, she was really being aggressive to me until the end, when she understood what was going on. And that was done to her. She was made to be like that. But who she was inside, awesome. You couldn't want to feel more love. That's why who we are inside is not always, in her situation, almost the exact opposite, so to speak, of what they are. Folks, stuff is done to us. Don't ever let someone beat you up, but at the same time, try to understand that there's more going on than you see on the surface. That's where using your abilities, trusting your heart, really helps. But anyway, and she did it like 3 times. And I said, Mom, that's great, love you, but I got to try to sleep. So she left me alone. But anyway, that's you when you're out of a body, when you're free. You do what you want. You can see family members anytime. The more they wake up, the more they can actually know that you're there, realize you. It just popped into my head. Maybe that's a good reason for people to wake up, is that to know they can talk and help their children wake up, to know that they can communicate better when they're themselves. Folks, eventually it's going to get to the point where when you're in a body having a life, that you can see and talk with everyone on the other side. If you were just out of nowhere appeared at a college and you were trade schooled something far away and you had to study and you didn't know who you really were, then you thought that was your life, that's rough. But if you knew you went there, if you could see for yourself that you lived somewhere else, you went there to the school to learn a trade or whatever, and then you could always call home, and you knew you were going back home anyway, your time at that school is going to be a whole lot easier. That's part of what's coming. You don't sleep, you don't need to. You can relax, you can travel anywhere, just about. You can't go to the first dimension. But so many people are worried about being with loved ones when they die. Folks, you can be there almost all the time. You cannot hang on to them so much to where you interfere with their lives. But you can give them input in their lives. Okay? And you can send them your love. And be right there with them. And they'll feel you. Isn't that kind of a big thing on most of our minds? Communicating with our family when we're gone. Don't worry about being out of a body, folks. The hell is being in a body, not being out of it. When you're out of it, you're just relaxed, everything's fine. There used to be aggression on the other side. You still had to conform to the wishes of the almighty first being, male and female. Not anymore. So, one of the saddest things I see is people who are getting ready to pass. Some of them are so scared. I mean, that hurts my heart to see that. They don't understand. That was done intentionally. It's a form of abuse, and that's being eradicated. And if someone's being mean to you this life, they might not know. Sometimes the people are just like that. But that's when this comes into play. Karma. Captain Karma. Yo. The big things would be taken care of. Just have your life. Explore. I mean, you're going to be more explorers than anything else very soon in these lives. The justice system, that's going to turn right around. Governments. When you, for the justice system, they have that lady that's holding up the scales, meaning equality, balance, which of course there is none, but it's an attempt to get there. You notice she's got a blindfold on? That's because justice is blind. It doesn't work. It doesn't see what needs to be done. Hey, it's okay. Whatever. That's going to change too. When I say it's okay, what am I saying? What do I mean by that? That's what we have right now. It's going to change. Don't freak out about it. Don't let it bug you. Change is the one thing that can't be stopped. Change is an inevitability of existence, no matter what subject you're on. It's how we change that matters. As long as it's healthy for everyone, then good. Anyway, you're free to do whatever you want. When you're yourself on the other side, you can put your energies together partially and share memories, feelings. You don't automatically open up and spill your beans, but you offer whatever you want. And you have a lot of freedoms, and you're about to have more. You already have more when you're out of your body. But it's about to be a whole lot better. So, what do you do when you're not in the body? Whatever you want, pretty much. You hang out with whoever you want to. There won't be any, very soon there'll be nothing over there. There's nothing over there that can really push around anymore, but other stuff that's aggressive towards you, that'll be taken away soon too. So, you can be yourself, other people be their selves. You don't, coincide with each other, then you just don't hang out together. You don't have to do anything other than with this new format. You have to not be abusive. Aggressive, beat something up. Other than that, you're free to do what you want. No one's ever had that freedom. That's what it's time for. That's the way it should have been from the beginning. So, what do you do when you're not in the body? What do you want to do? Think about that. And then explore that feeling a little bit. That's what you can do when you're out of a body. You want to control others' lives, ain't happening. You want to be abusive, aggressive towards something, ain't happening. Somebody was bad to you in a life, you want to go beat them up? Nah. There's only one thing that's going to take care of that part of quote-unquote justice, and it's the oldest thing there is. So, pretty soon that won't be an issue. Very soon, everything that is an issue and is nasty is being taken out and deleted. Karma. So, it starts changing immediately, but it doesn't happen overnight. It's like all the animals leaving. They're going to leave in large numbers. It's going to start happening very soon. I mean, large numbers, but you can't take them all away yet. People's DNA is going to is starting to now, but it's going to hit a hard change. Everyone's going to feel it. Everyone. They won't know what it is, what's happening, but everyone's going to feel it when their DNA gets changed, where they don't have the need to eat animal flesh. The Illyrian, Sapoian, and others will be here, especially the Illyrian, changing, growing these new crops, and you will have these synthesizers. Replicators, synthesizers, whatever you want to call them. They take base protein groups and fiber and other stuff, and they literally put together food. There's people say, well, that don't exist. Well, really? I guess, that's what they said in medieval times. Planes don't exist. That's nonsense. You need some leeches put in your brain. Okay, well, we fly around all day long, and planes that you drop them, they hit the ground, boom. Yet they fly. It's amazing. Remember, too, magic is something that just isn't understood yet. So, anyway, unless there's something really important happening in someone's life when you love them, care about them, unless they're at a point where they need to be left alone, you can go there anytime, just about. You can't spend a whole life with them, but you can hang around for a good bit before you're told, all right, time out. Give them a break. They're there to have a life, not to be with you again. But you can visit them a lot. A lot. Just remember that they're there to have a life too, and you can't make that life about being with you and feeling your love. Okay, you can come in and add to it, but you can't Make yourself a consistent part of it, meaning staying there. Things are going to change real soon. They're better than you think now, but they're going to change and be a whole lot better. Don't worry about your body dropping. I know I'm not. I'm anxious, but sometimes I want to say this too. These new bodies that are coming, that a lot of people are concerned about. Oh, my body won't be physical. I can't feel and touch things. Wrong. No, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying that thought process is wrong. Okay, I'm not picking on anyone. Mistake anyone's ever made, any screw up, trust me, I've done it better. That means worse. Not only can you make a solid body and feel something, but as yourself and this energy body you're going to have, you can make a hand, you can move it through the material and feel it that way too. Folks, this is nothing but a win-win situation for everyone, and it's not going to happen for about 2,000 years, Earth years. So, and this is going to start happening in other universes. So you're going to wake up in a body in a different universe where everyone's like that. So there's going to be very little of that here in this universe, where everyone's solid and people can do that. The only thing that's going to be doing that is the Fae. The Fae bodies, they're already here doing it. Like I said, that doesn't happen until like 2080, 2084. So as far as what you can do when you get out of here, you have incredible freedom. You can spend a lot of time with people that in the life you just left, plus with other lives you've had, plus you hang out with them when they're out of body, and more people are going to be staying. You're going to be staying out of body much more than you ever were before, because that's your real self. Okay. You're not going to get stuck in this abuse cycle. Other people talk about soul catchers. The reptilians have soul catchers. That's all bullshit. Every single bit of that is bullshit. Did I make that statement clear? Yeah. Yes. That's a total bunch of crap. That's never happened. It never will happen. There's no way it's possible to happen. Everyone's doing the best they can to try to understand what's happening. Stuff on the other side is still running around, misleading you, giving you all kinds of stupid ideas. That's going to be stopped too. That's the only way you can be left alone and have a good life. To have a life that's true. That's where you flow into something you want to do. Be your real self. Not have a life someone made for you to frustrate and abuse you, but just to be yourself. So, don't worry about when it's time to leave. And don't worry about leaving your other ones, your loved ones behind. You're not. You're not. And you can do so much for them when you're your normal self. And spirit, what's a spirit guide? It's you when you're not in the body. If you want to be for someone. The concept I'm trying to put out here is that you're free. Spirit guides are us when we're not in a body helping out those we care about. Or those we've agreed to help don't even know. As a group, we're pretty cool people. So, anyway, let me leave you with that. But that's what's going on. And you can go to places that you used to enjoy. You might get together with a couple buddies, maybe some guys that used to be part of an Air Force, and they used to hang out at this bar. Just 2, 3, 4, whatever. You can get together with your buddies, go there. Move stuff around. Have some fun. Life is about to change in so many ways, and 99.9% of it is all for the better. Okay? Those that are problematic, that are nasty, aggressive, super self-centered, abusive, for you, we have a gift. So things will be the way they should have been in the beginning for all of you. Because it's each one of you that matters. Not something else that thinks it's better than you, because it's not. Folks, I love you, man. If you feel good about understanding what I'm telling you, and you know someone who's getting ready to pass, please try to help them with the fact that, they're not being judged, that they're finally free, and they're just going home to their normal lives, who they really are. If it's possible, maybe try to remind them that they're spirit inside a body. They're not a body. The bodies die. Spirit, no, it just keeps going. Love you all, man. Have a good. Well, true to form, I forgot something that's important I wanted to tell you. When I told you that you can talk with your family members and stuff, when you're free of your body and you're yourself again, yourself, free-form spirit, not tied into a body, and you're floating around, and you want to see your family, talk with your family, the concern over whether or not they can hear you, excuse me, everyone is going to be waking up more. This is a process that's going to be happening through the field. It's going to happen, period. That's a good thing. But there's people, trust me, you'll be able to make, don't trust me, but you'll find out that you can make enough of an impression on them for them to talk to someone else about it. This thing about these psychic readers and everything, folks, everyone's metaphysical. Some people are better at it because they've been doing it for a while. They're not better than you, but they're better at doing this than you are because you haven't been doing it much yet. Someone who throws a javelin for 20 years is going to be a lot better at it than someone that's doing it 6 months, 99 out of 100 times. So you can at least make enough of an impression on them where they can get some help with it. But the field is actually going to be helping you communicate back and forth. Why? Because this is important. This is part of what's going to happen. This is part of the new format the format being changed, a new format coming into effect. There's other people that are always willing, ready to help. Okay, it's going to be easier for you to talk to them, and it's going to be easier for them to hear from you and to understand and see and feel you. Okay, spirit guides are going to get involved doing that to help you. Everything's changing. I realize that it's easy for me to do that. Not everyone can do that, but everyone has the ability to. Not everyone is now, but everyone can develop that. It just takes time and relaxing and just letting go of the conscious mind. Just relax. Don't look for this, anything. Just calm down, relax, be yourself, open up, and then make the intention to see someone. Well, I do this all the time, what they call cold readings. That's almost everything, all I do. It's not a reading, and it's not cold. It simply is. Peanut butter, if it's worth a darn, it's got peanuts in it. Whatever. A gentleman came by yesterday to replace the cleaner on this new AC system that Deanna put in the house. And it's got an extremely efficient HEPA filter, hypoallergenic, plus it's got that light that kills a lot of bacteria. So the filters have to be changed. It's a huge thing. So he came over. We started talking a little bit and everything, and I said something about a brother or something. I forget how it started, but he was there wanting to talk to him. There's something, he was coming in, and there was a little bit of anxiety in someone who was like a brother to him. I don't see if it's a brother sister. Sometimes I do, but usually I see the energy, the feeling involved. It's like a brotherly feeling, as a brother that cares about you feels. When we see each other, talk with each other on the other side, folks, a lot of it's through feeling. Okay, it's through an understanding. Anyway, so he had said that somebody just passed, and I said, okay, boom. That's it. And I said, he keeps on saying raft. That something didn't get finished with the raft. It was action or something. Yeah, and we talked about some other stuff. And then I asked him again. I said, what is it about the raft thing that's important to him to tell? For me, it was important for him to tell me so I could tell the gentleman that was there taking care of the house, the AC system. And he said, well, we were supposed to go tubing down the river. And they didn't get to go because he passed just right before. The communication between you and your loved ones is going to be enhanced with other people's help, but also by doing it themselves. And the more you do, the more you work with yourself to get yourself ready and feeling pretty good, and then while you're in the body, and then work with those you love. So that helps them, get them ready. Maybe that's a selfish thing in your mind. In the corner of your mind, you might think that's selfish of you to want to be able to talk with your kids and changing their lives. Hey, you're helping them become who they really are anyway. So you're helping them become all of themselves. Plus, it helps them go through life more easily, with more understanding, make better decisions. What's not to like? The only way someone doesn't like that is if they're so paranoid and have no self-esteem and they just want to hide inside a little four walls that they made for them. But they're going to find out there's actually no top. There's no roof. Everything's still going to come in and out. But you're going to be talking with family. Okay, it's going to happen. The field, the source field, is going to enhance that. But everyone else is too. So anyway, and those people that there's so many, there's people that are concerned about stone energy that's near young children, or woman is pregnant. Folks, it's not going to have any effect, any type of a harmful effect on a child whatsoever. I've cranked up a lot of women who were pregnant. They've never had any problems. As a matter of fact, children are strong. It enhances them. This isn't feeding a person drugs. It's not a negative man-made thing. This is natural. It's feeding a child nutrients that are good for them, but good for their energy, for their spirit. So don't ever have concern over that. If you were pregnant and you had a lot of star night around and your baby kicks and you feel good or bad, if you feel there's a little problem, just put it farther away. Put it 10 feet away. There's people calling all over the world about the energy in these spheres. They feel it big time. And those max energy spheres I build, we just had someone else call and said, man, 8 foot away, still feeling that thing. I said, yeah, I told you. People can think what they want of me. I respect that. I don't lie. I have honor. So those people that come to me screaming that I'm a liar or have honor, I just look at them. You have no honor, Jay. Yeah, sure, okay. Good luck with that. Folks, don't worry about stuff like that, silly stuff. Just be yourself. But those of you that do want to talk with your children after you go, and others that you love, we can't force anything upon each other, and we shouldn't. But if they're open to it, you might want to help them understand what's going on. There's no... this isn't a cult thing. It's not like a religion or something like that. This is just people becoming themselves. It's healthy in many ways. In every way. So, anyway, don't ever worry about what's going to happen when you go home. And you can always communicate better. And when the bodies change to the energy bodies, the communication's just that much easier. Someone appears in front of you, and then boom, they go. Oh, and when the solid body, when these energy bodies in the future, when they're made, when you start having lives in them, when you make a solid body for a little while, you don't have a circulatory system and everything else. You don't need one. Pain and anything like that is gone forever. Period. So, that's not something to be concerned about. Everything will get better, but you can do a lot for yourself right now. Just waking, just relaxing, learning how to open up and talk with your spirit guides. Okay? There's no bill to pay. It's free. That's why I don't know, getting somewhere near 550 videos over here. So it doesn't cost you anything. Folks, love you, man. Have a good one.